Hi, budgeting friends. Hello. Welcome back to Managing Mona's Moolah. I am Mona. Welcome if you are new here. This channel is all about paycheck to paycheck budgeting. Sometimes I do monthly budgets, cash stuffing my day-to-day cash envelopes and my savings challenges, and documenting my mortgage payoff journey. The goal is to pay the mortgage loan off early so I can retire early. So if any of those topics interest you, I welcome you to join my channel. Today I have a monthly budget to prepare and share with all of you. So this is for the month of November 2024. How are all of you doing today? How's it going? I am trying to psych myself out for a very busy work week ahead. I have undertaken some new responsibilities and I am not going to stress about it or worry about it. I'm going to do the best I can. Wish me luck. I have to get through this week. So I'm not the best at monthly budgeting, but I will share that I do try. This is a free resource by the Budget Mom, so you can get this for free. I believe you just sign up for her newsletters and you can get this monthly sheet, or you can do one on your own. You could just use a simple notebook if you'd like. I am going to scratch out income source number 1 because it is just my paychecks into my checking account that I budget. So I am going to cross these out. And I am going to put paycheck number 1 here. And this is paycheck number 2. All right, so how is everybody doing? How's it going for you? I welcome November. How about you? I hope you didn't eat too much Halloween candy and get cavities. I'm trying to stay away from sweets as much as I possibly can. I'm not always successful, but I do try. So when I prepare a monthly budget, the first thing I do is I look at my monthly layout to see what my anticipated bills are going to be for the month. So you can use any calendar you'd like. I have been using this workbook for a while now, so I am going to turn to November. All right, so this is my November layout. I think it's really important that we get an idea of our monthly budget expenses, our bills, and our income. This is a snapshot. So you can use any calendar that you'd like. So for the month of November, I do have 2 paychecks for the month. One is on November the 8th, and the second paycheck is on November the 22nd, I should say. So I have my normal bills that I need to plan for. My mortgage payment, natural gas, electricity, water, home security, medical bill, cell phone. Let's see what else. This gives me an idea of the bills that I need to pay with these 2 paychecks in November. Now, my paycheck amounts rarely change. Those are coming in at $2,665.09. This is only the amount that's deposited into my checking account. Anything else that goes into my savings account, I do not budget that. Those are just going into savings, and that's where they stay in case an emergency happens. So I always like to have my emergency savings on the side. This is totally separate from that. So here at the end of the month, I will come in and write in the actual amounts here. I do not anticipate any other income. This bonus income would be if you have a side hustle, or you get a tax refund, or you sell items on Facebook Marketplace, anything like that, where you generate extra income that you budget. You could put that under bonus income if you'd like. I'm going to add these two together to come up with my estimated income for the month. So $2665.09. So my total is $5,330.18. The first fixed expense that I always factor into my monthly budget is my mortgage payment, and this is due December the 1st. It must be absorbed by one of these paychecks because it is automatically drafted on the 1st. Now, if this falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, it is immediately on that Monday. So I have to have it in my checking account ready to be drafted. 1828.58. I have my natural gas bill. While these are my actual numbers for my natural gas bill and my electricity bill for November, this budget here is for the payments that are due December 3rd. So my electricity bill and my home natural gas that are both due around the 3rd. So it's important for me to take a look at what I paid in November. These I already paid with my final paycheck of October, so I don't have to worry about these. But going forward into December, I need to have enough money to cover those bills that are due the 3rd. So the natural gas bill will be about the same. I'm going to budget slightly higher. How about $30? I have been using my heater a little bit more. My electricity bill, I am going to budget $70. They start to go up this time of year. So next I have my water, sewer, trash, recycling, all in one bill. I am going to budget $95 for the month. Actually, I have the dollar value already written in, $92.83. So that is the actual amount, $92.83. I need to pay a medical bill, and that is $13. I have a Macy's credit card bill I need to pay. This is my final payment. The balance is $50. I am paying that in full. My cell phone bill is $50. That's my share of the bill, and the internet is also going to be $50. This is my share of each of those bills. Home security. I usually budget $63 for that. I'm going to have to budget a little extra for the Thanksgiving holiday for groceries and food. So I'm going to plan for that with my variable expenses. So I think I've covered all my fixed bills here. I'm going to add these up and come up with my total fixed expenses. This is only the budgeted amount. At the end of the month, I will come and insert the actual amounts in this column right here. Okay. So 18, 28, 58 plus 30 plus 70 plus 92, 83, 13, 50, 50, 50, and 63. So my total fixed expenses is $2,247.41. Now, I think it's really important for me to get into the habit of doing a monthly budget, because once I do retire, I anticipate having one amount to budget to carry me through the month. Now, for those of you who are retired and who are watching my video, do you just have one paycheck a month? Because that's what I am thinking, is that once I retire, instead of having a paycheck every other week, I'm going to have one paycheck at the beginning of the month, and that's where everything has to come from, that once a month paycheck. So having a monthly budget and practicing since now, I think, is going to serve me well moving into the future. So it's better that I get into the habit now. So I have some variable expenses that I plan for. I usually have 7 of them. So the first is my personal spending, my allowance money. This is guilt-free spending. I allow $100 a paycheck, so that is $200 for the month of November. I think it's pretty important that you tuck some money in your wallet so that you don't feel broke. A budget is not supposed to restrict you. It's supposed to plan out your money and tell every dollar where to go, but you cannot forget how important it is to just tuck that money in your wallet. You might not spend it, but you don't want to feel broke and you don't want to feel restricted. So I always put some guilt-free spending money in my wallet, and that is my way of rewarding myself for the hard work that I put in to even earn that paycheck. So I think it's really important that we do not forget to reward ourselves for our hard work. It's not easy to work a full-time job. This is full-time salary here, and I've been doing this for 31 years. So $100 a paycheck is not too much to ask, right? So the next category is fast food and groceries. Dining out is included in this category, and I usually budget $150 a paycheck. That will carry me through Thanksgiving. So I am going to budget $300 for the month. Next are my fur kids. I have to plan to buy their food, usually from Chewy. Their toys, their treats, supplies, cleaning supplies. I usually budget $50 a paycheck, so that is $100 for my fur kids. Giving. While my employer already takes out a certain amount for my giving, this is on top of that, and it's $20 a paycheck, so $40 for the month. I usually budget for my miscellaneous category. This is in case I miss something during the month and I need a few extra dollars, either for, that dish soap that I need or something that I forgot at the grocery store. Next is my car juice. For those that are new to my channel, this is gas for my car. I like to budget $30 a paycheck, so this will be $60. I work from my home. I'm very blessed to work from my home, so I don't drive too much. So this is going to help me keep a full tank in my car in case I have to drive out for an emergency of some sort. So I like to have money in my envelope for car juice, and I like to have a full tank when at all possible. And finally, I have a health and beauty category. This is for over-the-counter medicine. This is for massages, haircuts, manicures, pedicures, anything related to health and beauty. Perhaps I pay for the gym membership out of this money, and I usually budget $100 a paycheck. So I'm going to budget $200 for the month. And that is all that I budget for my variable expenses. So let's add these together. So there is $950 for the month. I am debt-free other than my mortgage. So when I look at this section, I'm so grateful. I don't have any extra to debt. I am virtually debt-free. So just that mortgage that I'm working on, and that is it. I have no car loan, no student loan, no credit cards outside of that Macy's that I'm making the final payment. And when I do charge on my credit card, I pay it off within that same pay period. So I usually do not have debt rolling over month to month, okay? So that is just a little secret that I like to share with all of you. It's not really a secret, but in order for me to achieve my financial goals, I choose not to have any credit card debt. And when I do use that credit card, I pay it off in the same pay period, okay? I do like to accrue my points to go towards gift cards at the end of the calendar year or throughout the year. For my birthday, I may order a gift card to have a nice meal out. So that's just my personal preference, that I like to have my credit cards that I use. I charge some of my daily expenses and then I pay it off in that same pay period, but I'm earning points towards those gift cards that I get to order from time to time. So here is my savings, my favorite section. So I have some savings goals. First is my 100 envelope savings challenge, and I have been working on this since September 2023. I am going to budget $300 this time. And I'm still deliberating whether I want to take that money in that savings box to my savings account at the bank. I'm still undecided about that. I don't like to have money in the security safe here in my house. To me, I think that that poses a safety risk, even though I live in a safe neighborhood, but I don't like to take unnecessary risk. So I may just take the whole box, count it, and take it to the savings account at my bank. I have some extra savings challenges, my little mini savings challenges that I'm working on. I started several Halloween savings challenges last month in October that I have yet to complete. So I'm going to budget $50 for that. I always leave a checking account cushion for minor emergencies. So here's my checking account cushion line item. And I always transfer to my savings account. Now, when I do this transfer, this is to help me absorb those sinking funds that I have established for myself. I have 4 of them, and when I scoot that into my savings, it will help me pay those 4 sinking funds. Now, sinking funds are just little funds that you have established for a specific purpose for a bill that is due at a specific time. Let me give you an example. How about car insurance? My car insurance is due once a year, every year in March. So every year I have to pull that money from my savings account and pay that bill once a year in March. So I pull it from my savings account because all year long I've been putting money into my savings account for that car insurance. So this helps me to pay those yearly bills, the Sam's membership or the Costco membership, you know, those are due once a year. So when you put money in your savings, you're ready to pay the bill when it comes due. So here I am going to add up my estimated total income. I have that dollar value as $5,330.18. Let me add up these values in pink and I'll come up with the total expenses. Now the goal is our income is supposed to match our expenses. So these are supposed to match. So let me do a math calculation here. My estimated income is $53.30.18 minus $22.47.41 minus $950 minus 300 minus 50. So I estimate that my checking account cushion will be $82.77, and my transfer to savings account will be $1,700. I don't like to keep very much in this checking account. It doesn't earn any interest in my checking account, so I always try to scoot as much as I can into my savings account so it can earn some interest. So I'm going to add these together. 300 for my 100 envelope savings, $50 for my mini savings challenges, $82.77. Try this again. So $2,132.77. Now these values in pink go right here. So let's see if I've done this correctly. 22.47.41 plus 0 plus 950 plus 21.32.77. And that does indeed give me an estimated total expenses of $5,330.18. So total income minus total expenses does equal 0. So I have a zero-based monthly budget here. Every dollar has a job to do. I have a roadmap and a plan for my money. I like to tell my money where to go instead of wondering at the end of the month where it all went. At least I have a plan. I stick to this as best I possibly can. The only time I deviate from this plan is if an emergency comes up. All right, well, there we go. There's my monthly budget for November. Let me know how your monthly budget is going. Let me know. I will come back at the end of November and I will fill in the actual dollar values. I like to fill it in as the month goes along, so I have a better idea what has cleared my checking account. So I like to fill it in. It makes it easier at the end of the month when I do a budget closeout. But this is my plan. It's better to have a plan than no plan at all. Let me know what you think. Tell me about your budgeting. I love all things budgeting, and I am very pleased with this budget. I have my 4 walls taken care of. As Dave Ramsey states, got to take care of your 4 walls. That just means you have your clothing, your shelter, your transportation, and your food all accounted for within your monthly budget. All right, folks, that's it for me. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. Please stay tuned. I have a mortgage update coming up later in the week. I also have my first paycheck in November that I will be budgeting. So stand by for that video. And I am signing out. I wish you a happy November. Thank you so much for being here. To all my returning subscribers and new subscribers, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Be blessed. Bye.